We're gonna do a vote, man. We're gonna see who get the most votes for Dream Team or Redeem Team. I'm on fansided.com. They got dope articles too, man. They got the roster on here. The 92 roster was Michael Jordan, Chris Mullin, Scottie Pippen, Clyde Drexler, Charles Barkley, Larry Bird, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, David Robinson, Magic Johnson, Christian Laettner, and John Stockton. And then the 2012 team had Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, LeBron James, Darren Williams, Carmelo Anthony, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Love, Russell Westbrook, Andre Iguodala, Tyson Chandler, James Harden, Anthony Davis. Let's see what FanSided are talking about. Let's see. Let me just read this to y'all. A first level analyst, you can look at the appropriate matchups of the two squads. Looking at the two rosters below, there's a glaring difference. The 1992 team is much larger with two traditional centers, two traditional power forwards. So that's Malone and Barkley are traditional power forwards. Traditional centers, Patrick Ewing and David Robinson. Christian Laettner and even some larger perimeter players. So Clyde Drexler was like 6'7", bigger guys to guard. A size advantage isn't key for the Olympics, as the Americans have routinely run through other teams in the last few tournaments with small rosters. But the smaller 2012 team won't have the advantage of overwhelming athleticism, which they relied on versus larger, more immobile international opponents in the last Olympics. I imagine old school peers will note that the defensive power of Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dave Robinson are Ewing together, but the team isn't perfect there. They also had Magic. They had Magic, Charles Barkley. Hey, April. They had Magic, Charles Barkley, Chris Mullin, and Larry Bird. And to take advantage of their size, they need to slow the pace more, which was not how they destroyed opponents. Both sides have weaknesses relative to each other. Also, remember that not everyone was in their prime in 1992. So Larry Bird, he had a bad back then. I remember he had to lay across the floor on the bench. Because he was, his back was bad, bro. I do want to strongly state that the gut test or eye test for these two teams has a difficult problem to overcome. How much has basketball progressed since then, and consequently, will the 1992 squad be ever so slightly outdated to the extent that they could lose this fictional matchup? I don't know how LeBron James will fare against Jordan or Pippen. No one does. Let's not pretend. Yeah, that's the fun part about it. We just never know. We know with certainty. I just know that the two teams are fairly evenly matched, except for the front court, where the 2012 team could be out rebounded and out muscled. We know that. But then again, most teams have weaknesses, and the 2012 roster can take advantage of the shorter three-point line significantly more than the original Dream Team. There's no solid conclusion. Point difference. I'm not gonna go through that because 2012 team just played better players, bro. We wasn't no Dirks back then, bro. But it's just innovation, though. Let me see. Projected rating. Let me see. I'm gonna have people vote, but nobody really coming in, really. Let me see. Okay, now we get into the good part right here. So the source is Basketball Reference. Like I said, I'm giving FanSided credit. I don't say who are. I think it's at the bottom. I would take it to the bottom and give credit to the actual person that wrote it. But source Basketball Reference. 1992 starters was Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Karl Malone, and David Robinson. They got traditional player at each. They got traditional point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. The 2012 lineup. Maybe Tyson Chandler is shout out to Tyson Chandler. I do like Chandler, but I'm just saying, on this team, I don't know. Chris Paul is the point guard. Chris Paul, Kobe, LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Tyson Chandler. That was their starters. So Tyson Chandler would be matched up with David Robinson. Kevin Durant, they would have to put LeBron and Malone matched up with each other. Durant versus Scottie Pippen. Kobe Bryant versus Michael Jordan. So 2012 Kobe versus 92 Jordan. And then Magic versus Chris Paul. That's a mismatch too. I don't know. I'm leaning towards the Dream Team. I don't know. Let's see. I got the dream team, honestly. I mean, LeBron, Kobe, Durant, that's lethal for sure. But I think the dream team would win. Um, I don't know, just having like I know they had Bird and starting where they had Scottie Pippen, so Bird would have just been coming off the bench shooting threes, but he would have still been a little effective. But this is not the Bird that we know, the 29 points a game, 50, 40, 90 Bird. His prime was ridiculous, man. So that's pretty much it, man. I got the dream team winning.